Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. In this lab tutorial, we're going to look at how you can configure a DHCP Relay Agent. So in a situation where the DHCP server and the network host are on different broadcast domains, we are required to configure a DHCP Relay Agent to tell the host where the DHCP resides. So as you see in this topology I've set here, this is the lab we're going to configure. So first of all, we will begin with our router here. So we enter into the router CLI. Set your lab configurations. So enable, then enter the config terminal. First of all, we're going to give the interfaces IP addresses, then turn the interface on. So the router has two interfaces, that is gig 0 and gig 0/1. So we start with gig 0 and give it the IP address. So interface gig 0/0. IP address here will be 192.168.4.1.4.1. Then the mask will be 255.255.255.0. Then we tell the interface to undo shutdown to bring the interface up. So tell it no shut. Then enter the second gigabit interface. So that is interface gig 0/1. IP address is 192.168.3.1. That is the interface that connects to the server. Then the mask will be 255.255.255.0. Sorry. .0. Then we are going to undo shutdown on that, tell it no shut. So the interface is up. After that, we are going to set the DHCP server to assign the address IP address parameters. So we come to your DHCP server here and give it the static IP addresses. So come to desktop. We are going to give it the static addresses. So 192.168.3.2. Then subnet mask is 255.255.255. The default gateway will be the interface of the router. So 192.168.3.1. The DNS here can give it the DNS server. We can give it for the address of the server, that is 192.168.3.2. After giving it the static IP address, now come to our services here. Then we set the DHCP. First thing to do is to turn the service on. Then the gateway here will be 192.168.3.1. DNS will be 192.168.3.2. Then you are required to configure the static IP. The first static IP will be now we will configure the IP addresses that is on the LAN network. This is our LAN network here. So we are going to configure the first static IP to be 192.168.4.1, or we can exclude the first 10 IP addresses, then allow it to assign IP addresses from .12. So come to your server, tell it IP address, the first static IP address will be 192.168.4 dot 11. So meaning that it should start sending IP address from .11. The other IP addresses will be excluded. Then the maximum number of IP addresses here will set to 200. After that, the mask is /24. Then we save. You see here, you have set the server. Let's see if these PCs are now able to obtain IP address, because our server has been set. Come to our desktop and select DHCP. It is requesting an IP address. You can see here the DHCP has failed. So when it fails, it will give you this address to be able to browse through the network. But now, meaning that our DHCP has failed. Why? It is because these PCs are trying to send a broadcast packets, but when they get to the router discards the packet, because the router doesn't know where the host intends to send the packet. So in this scenario, we are going to configure a DHCP relay agent on this router. So on the interface of this router that connect to the LAN, we're going to configure a DHCP helper to help this LAN to know where the DHCP server is located. So we come to that router. So we come to gig 0. So exit, interface gig 0/0. We are going to tell it IP helper address here. The helper address here, we are going to give it the address of the DHCP server. So we tell it the address where the DHCP server is. So 192.168.3.2. Enter. Now we want to check now if these PCs are now able to obtain an IP address after we've configured the DHCP relay agent. So restart it. So you see now here, you are told that now it has obtained an IP address of 192.168.4.2. Also the DNS and the gateway has been set. So all the address parameter has been given to that PC. Let's come to this other PC and see if it can also obtain an IP address and the DNS server addresses. So DHCP, it's requesting address. It has obtained IP address of 192.168.4.12. And lastly, on this our PC, let's see if it can obtain an IP address. Select DHCP, and it has obtained .13. So meaning that our DHCP relay agent has been successfully established. Now the PCs are able to obtain IP address even if our server is not within our broadcast. So it is on a different broadcast, but now the router will relay the information of the DHCP server. So even if you are on this PC and try to reach your DHCP server, come to command prompt and ping 192.168.3.2. It should be able to go, the packet should be able to go through. So now it's able to ping the DHCP server. So thank you for watching this video. That's all I had for you in this lab, and let's meet in our next lab tutorials.